จิโตอากาศร้อนเยอะ
Oh my god, yes. Misters. I think I'm gonna die. Thank you so much, misters.
Today, I'm taking you to a more or less newer attraction here in Khon Kaen. It's a serpent or Naga garden and coffee shop. No, don't change the channel. It's more interesting than it sounds. Please believe me. First, the coffee shop isn't just a coffee shop. It's a 3-story complex capable of hosting large-scale events, weddings, graduations, proms, you name it. There are multiple rooms located on 3 separate floors capable of hosting hundreds of guests. There are many different ways of getting from one floor to another, including a lift. So each of the levels is wheelchair accessible via that elevator, and also meandering paths on each side of the facility. However, due to the steepness of the actual paths in certain places, a wheelchair-bound individual may still need some assistance, unfortunately. There's an outdoor seating area, by the way, probably best used during the evenings as there is no shade protection during the daylight hours, and it gets hot, y'all. I mean, really hot. Now, the kids' playground has a monkey bar cage contraption of sorts and a double slide coming out of a, get this, life-sized helicopter. Kids these days, I swear, spoil things. Additionally, on the same grounds is a Naga park, or a serpent park, with meandering walkways, good for photo taking, relaxing, and even making merit should you be so inclined. Now, multi-use, multi-purpose businesses and services in Thailand aren't all that unusual. Look, I get my pants hemmed at the very same place I buy Thai papaya salad and grilled chicken. You see, in the kingdom, I'm sure if you look hard enough, you can probably find a place that'll give you an oil change and do your nails at the same time. Only in Thailand. So, I woke up this morning feeling almost normal again. You know, when I'm not feeling well, my preoccupying thoughts always dwell on, well, feeling better, feeling whole again. So, rising from bed this morning and watering my plants without my weeks-long dastardly cough or fatigue was really nice. The mango trees are producing again, and mango is one of my favorite fruits. Probably my favorite. I'm guessing this year we'll get 300 to 500 mangoes at least. So I best be ready. I love the sound of my wind chimes in the morning. Anyways, once everything was watered, I decided it was time to do some filming. And the first place on my list was the Naga garden. To be honest, I wasn't aware that it was basically part of a larger property that included Mak Mai Cafe. So it's located on the northeast side of Khon Kaen, actually not too far away from the university area. I'd say if you're in the university area, it might take you 10-15 minutes to get there. However, getting there is a bit tricky if you're coming from a certain location. You see, if you're coming from the west, you'll need to pass the entrance by about a kilometer or so, then make a U-turn and go to an underpass, make another U-turn under the underpass, and then you can make a left onto the road. I found no other way to get onto that road. Now, the sign points you to a place called Portrait. You know, one of those newfangled places popping up everywhere for the nouveau riche or middle class that want to cleanse themselves of the poor. Gotta get away from the poor. Anyways, don't make a left into that neighborhood. I don't think you're allowed in anyways because there's a security guard there. Drive down the road on the right-hand side for about a kilometer. And yes, it does feel like you're going nowhere. But on the right-hand side, you're going to see the Mak Mai Cafe and the Naga garden right in front of you. Open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. It's a great way to kick off your day or bring a date or family for a lovely evening. The Naga Garden is actually lit at night, so it must be a magical place in the evening time. I shall have to check that out sometime. The garden isn't huge, but its meandering pathways are well designed, and it's a great way to walk off some of that cheesecake and decadent iced coffee drink that you just guzzled down. But dress appropriately because the locals make merit here and some of them worship here. It's not just eye candy to them, it actually holds religious significance. Now, Nagas are really important in Thai culture. They actually symbolize power and protection, so they are very spiritual creatures. The Naga is said to have, the original serpent, it was like a large king cobra type of thing, was originally said to have protected the Buddha at one time because when he was meditating, there was a storm coming, and he actually opened up his hood and covered the Buddha and prevented him from getting wet and thereby possibly sick from the rain. Now, obviously, this is a mythical tale, but it shows you how important the Naga is in Thai culture. You'll see Naga symbols everywhere, mostly near rivers or lakes or any place that has water. They also symbolize water, by the way. Now, in the kingdom, Nagas are classified by 4 lineages, believe it or not. The golden Naga, the green Naga, the rainbow Naga, and the black Naga. Hence, you'll see different colored Nagas on the park or in various parks. The golden Naga, that's considered the most divine. Born fully formed and is immune to harm. You cannot harm a golden Naga. So that's the one that's probably going to be your top dog in the park. There's also the green Naga. This was born from the womb, and they play what's called governing roles. I don't really know what that means in the Naga realm, but I guess they're diplomats within the Naga realm. Next is the rainbow Naga, and those are hatched from eggs. They're linked to spiritual guardianship and prophecy. So if you see a rainbow Naga, that's who you would pray for good luck in the future, things of that nature. Then finally there is the black Naga, and the black Naga is one that you want around your house if you want protection and strength. Now, I believe that this is a private place. I'm not 100% sure, but whoever lives in that house, man, that's a big bala shot kala 20-inch blades on the Impala, if you know what I'm saying. You Gen Z folks hearing this will probably cringe, but I'm Gen X, baby. This is how I do. As far as the food and drink, well, they've got an extensive menu. There's Western dishes as well as what I consider to be bar food dishes, fancy food basically, on a Thai menu, and of course coffee and other beverages. The prices will range, but I would say it's kind of like paying for a Cheesecake Factory dinner in America, so it's kind of in that range. I wouldn't call it particularly cheap for Thailand, but you're paying for an experience here, and a hell of an experience it is. Because I've been out of the kingdom for 3 weeks, I opted to order Thai food. I just got the Pat Pong Curry Gai, which is a egg stir-fried yellow curry dish with chicken in it and spices, with rice, and of course my usual cold cappuccino. I'm a creature of habit basically, so I didn't get anything fancy, but the meal ended up being, I don't know, somewhere between 500 and 600 baht for everything total. So the Mak Mai Cafe Naga Garden combination is a really interesting and fun way to spend a couple of hours of your day or to wind down for the evening in a really nice setting. Now, it falls in the kind of tourist place that I would consider to be a non-essential tourist place, to tell you the truth, but one that's worth visiting if you just want to have a good time. You have to remember that Khon Kaen isn't really all that old. It's sort of like Bangkok. Yes, Bangkok is a fishing village that goes back hundreds and hundreds of years, but the Bangkok that you know, the Bangkok with the tall buildings and the palaces and all of that, well, that's not much older than the United States of America is. The same with Khon Kaen. We're talking 200 to 300 years only for the city, so there aren't a lot of really old ancient places that are up and coming, or not up and coming, I'm sorry, that are still functioning. Most of the places that are ancient are going to be ruins and stuff of that nature. So a lot of these places that you see when you go to them that are only 200-300 years old are going to have myth around them. They're going to have certain stories behind them, quote unquote historical events that happen that make them significant. However, there are going to be places like this as well where you're just there for the spectacle. You're there for how cool it looks. And that's okay. This is one of those places that fits in a category of really fun and interesting to visit. If you're living in Khon Kaen, I highly recommend that you go and see this place. If you've only got a day or two to spend in Khon Kaen, this might be one of those places you could skip, though I wouldn't recommend it because it is a lot of fun. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, my friends, I love you, I appreciate you, and I wish you all the best in life. If 2026 isn't going your way so far, let's try to change that. Hopefully it will go your way. See you next time.